coming to you live from the country with the third most expensive average airfare. It's time for Destiny Down Under.
G'day and welcome to the 145th episode of the Destiny Down Under podcast. I'm Log Power Slave, and as always, I'm joined by Obi-Wan Kenobi. I haven't done that one for a while, Matt. That was good, remember? I used to call you that every week. And Sloth, he's here. He's just over there in the corner, looking a bit like an egg with a beard, really.
like an egg with a beard. Bearded egg.
Bearded egg. I don't know. It was all I could come up with at short notice. It's been a big week, so.
if we did like pixel art of Sloth, it would just be an egg with some glasses on and a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, it's going to be an interesting podcast. Well done, guys. Dead air. Yeah. Dead air in the first fucking 5 seconds.
Ah, well, that's great. That's all part of it. Anyway, how you doing, dude? Shadowkeep's finally here. How has your week been?
Yeah, I mean, I've actually been playing Destiny. I did the alarm. I did a 9.5 hours stream on release like that, man. It's surprisingly easy to live stream actually playing compared with reading lore tabs for 9 hours. Like actually playing the game's pretty easy compared to like.
Oh, I won't lie, man. It's probably easy to watch as well.
So I did that. Sloth did a co-stream on release, and then when Sloth left, I actually did read one of the new lore books on Ishtar Collective and got some material for a new video, and sunk a fair bit of time into Destiny today as well. So it's been good.
It's been good fun. Slothy, how have you been fucking finding it? What have you been up to? What have been your movements over the last few days?
The thing that really bothers me is the fact that, so the first thing I did when I jumped into Shadowkeep was play New Light. And it's pretty much fucking step for step the punch for punch, the fucking same mission as the original mission. It's just got new graphics and all that sort of shit. I'm like, yeah, fantastic. But I made a hunter.
Oh. And
we all know that hunters smell like wet dog and fucking, filthy fucking, after grog farts and all that sort of thing. But it's like they're just. So I did the Titan first, and we'll get into the story and all that sort of thing in a bit. But I did the Titan first, and that was fun. And I did a Hunter today, and I'll tell you what. Anyone who plays Hunter willingly has a fucking multiple screws loose in their head.
I guess it's one of those things that you just are what you are, hey? And when you try and be something that you're not, it's kind of painful.
Look,
Matty, you've been playing Titan, haven't you, Matty? You've been back on the
all I fucking know. All I know is you guys have had it easy forever with your one-shot shoulder charges, your one-eyed masks. I'm actually
when
good
was the
at
last
Crucible
time you saw either of it? When was the last time you saw either of us wear Yeah. When was the last time you saw either of us wear a fucking OEM, Matthew?
Yeah, I know, but
I've never worn an OEM.
I've never worn it either.
And I think so.
Well, I mean, it doesn't mean it's not fucking there, does it? Just because you don't use it.
No, it's not. And it is still very much there. And I think that's one of the sort of few poorly received changes or lack thereof that have kind of come along with Shadowkeep. But there's a whole heap of positive shit to talk about. So we'll focus on that, hey, without diving into having a sook about OEM for the 1000th time.
Yeah.
Right. So
pickle.
PAX is this time next week.
PAX will be
with you lot.
Yeah. This time next week, the event will be done. It'll be over.
Yep.
and we'll all be at home, tucked up in bed after having a nice warm glass of milk, ready to wake up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for PAX on Saturday.
Whoop whoop.
Not. I'm going to be at the pub.
You're full of shit.
There is 0%
For the audio-only
chance.
listeners, I fucking stared knives at Log there. Right, so it's so we're doing the event 6 p.m. on Friday evening, Australian Daylight Standard Time by that time. It'll be good. So we're doing that, and it's like we've said it to each other a few times this week. Like next week, we're going to be meeting a lot of the fucking people that we've spoken to for years for the first time in person, which is fucking fantastic. We're going to be meeting Morla Gorondola, which is going to be fucking insane. Victoria Dolbaum, which is going to be fucking absolutely incredible. And it's just going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm really excited for it. Now there was a little bit of confusion I've seen in streams and all that sort of shit this week about ticketing and all that sort of thing. Log, you got much to say on that, mate?
I'm just gonna slowly make my way towards the door and just bye. No. Look, what we did, we had to change the way the event was ticketed. Initially, because we didn't know even where we were going to host it. We basically sort of had the nod from Bungie that they'd back us, but we had no idea how much of a show out there'd be, which, we've covered that already. So anyone who originally registered in the first lot will, is absolutely retains their ticket in that what we've now renamed the Heart of the Garden Pass. So if you jumped on it straight away, 120. Yep, the initial 120 tickets. You were right on it on the 8th of September, back when we first spoke about it. You will be in the Heart of the Garden. It's renamed for whatever reason. Eventbrite doesn't reflect that, because I'm just finding that it seems to be a very fucking confusing thing to navigate. But whatever. So if you've got any queries, please just hit up the DDU. There's a specific channel in PAX for PAX. So just discuss it there. I mean, most of it I've dealt with already. But the good news is that, and this was something that we kind of didn't understand fully up until through the week this week, is that there's actually, like, you'll be in the PAX pub irrespective of what ticket you hold, whether you turn up on the day and don't have one at all. And there's a bar there and all that sort of shit. So no one's really going to be excluded. There's going to be a sort of cordoned off area where the Heart of the Garden stuff is, and that's kind of by necessity, because we need to do that to be able to book the space, but it is open to the general public. Thing. Yeah, it's a security thing. We don't have a whole lot of choice. So take it as read that we'll be wandering around irrespective. We're not going to be hiding behind a fucking cordon going, that's just absolutely not us. And I think everyone knows that.
Stay away.
No.
Well, unless you're a hunter, you're not allowed in anyway.
Yeah, fuck off. No.
We should do a show of hands at the start.
Who's a hunter? Who's a hunter? Give us hand in your tickets, get out.
And then security come along and remove them.
Just put your hand up if you use the one-eyed mask. Right. Just I'll get the Crown Casino guards to come up and fucking get those motherfuckers.
Right. On the other side of that is that, yes, the bar is open to general admission tickets and all that sort of thing. To both type of ticket holders, and for giveaways of loot, root, groot, and shoot. We are we have a PA set up. PAX has provided us a PA, so anyone who has a ticket, and this is for people who have tickets, so anyone can show up. But if you have not got an Eventbrite ticket and you have not printed it out, or at least have it on your phone, you will not be able to claim any sort of loot that we give away. But if you have an Eventbrite ticket, book it. Sorry, if you don't have one, book it now. If you have one, cool. Make sure that you've got it on your phone, or at least a paper copy in person, so where you can claim loot and stuff when we give stuff away. So that is there. And then basically the only thing that we ask is, please don't stream IRL from the event, and then and just have a good time.
That's it.
Shake hands with people, speak to people, say good day. We don't bite. Well, them two don't. I tend to bite sometimes.
You'll be fine at that point, and it will still be early days. You'll be right.
Yeah. So show up, say good day. It should be good.
Gonna be
And
unreal.
that's basically it for PAX. So we will see you guys on Friday. Also, I mean, the people who refuse to acknowledge this, they will continue to refuse to acknowledge this. But if you're going to PAX, bring hand sanitizer, wear deodorant, and shower, please. Like, we will. So we will. So why can't you? You know, fucking don't be a stinky cunt.
Sprays over some links.
Just spray yourself.
Spray
Like, fucking
yourself.
go and get some fucking Old Spice or something. But like, just don't
that
be a
is-
stinky cunt.
That's the most rote convention stereotype of all time at this point. But the other thing that's worth touching on is that we're probably not going to be able to do an episode next week. We're kind of leaving it up in the air. There's a slim chance that if we can, like all the planets align, that we will. But given that there's going to be hangovers and shit involved, I wouldn't hold your breath, and I'd bank on us being back the week after next with an insane amount of war stories and whatever else is going on in the interceding week. So, yeah, okay.
At the risk of cop and grief from some people, there was at Twitch Con recently, there was an event where people got drugged and all that sort of stuff. If you're hanging out with mates, whether it be male, female, or whatever it is you identify as, keep an eye on your mates.
Yeah,
keep an eye on their drinks. They keep an eye on your drinks. You keep an eye on your drinks. They keep an eye on their drinks. Look after your mates. Okay, that's the
like,
thing as
I
well.
guess there is something here that I think is sad, and I think, you know, a lot of us, you know, we're all online friends, right? And we can, and we've only met each other like once. But the thing is, there's just a very small percentage of dickheads, and you just, even if you've known someone for a long time online, I guess to be safe, right? Like, just finish your drinks. Like, don't leave your drinks unattended. That's the unfortunate thing. Is, like, let's say it's 1%. Well, we've got 300 people come. That means it's 300.
You know what that means? There's 3 dickheads. Guess who they are?
But
that was too convenient.
But do you know what I mean? I feel like I think the unfortunate thing with like online friends is you really do feel like it is a friendship, and it is a friendship. But guess what? You can make real life friends who are also absolute creeps as well. So just, you know, keep hold of your own drinks. Put it that way. Keep hold of your own drinks and keep them in your own sight. And if you got to go to the bathroom, you drink them, and then you get a new drink when you come back. But that's
and
just how
I highly recommend, unless you know the person, and I mean know them.
No,
so if Matt or Log bought me a drink, or Felicia bought me a drink, I would fucking absolutely go, yep, I'd drink it. But if you don't know the person who's buying you a drink, and this is for people, like, I know that a lot of you guys are just like, oh, I'm going to buy you guys a beer and all that sort of thing, or you're going to go buy people a beer. What do you want to go buy Tolga a beer or something like that? Just be aware, if we refuse a drink, it's not because we're ungrateful, it's because we are trying to look out for us as well.
The best time to buy us a drink is at the bar, and when we see the drink come directly from the bar. That's okay.
I know where I'm going to be sitting.
That's okay. Yeah, we'll just
Log's just at the bar, just glued to it.
Yeah. Right. So,
all right, that was a really sobering.
After all that doom and gloom, sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, that's
but we don't want to be in the fucking. We don't want to have a fucking be in the Twitter news for a Destiny Down Under party for a fucking. You know that we don't.
Someone getting drugged.
And we want you guys to be safe and have a fun time.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
It's dangerous for both sexes, guys. It's dangerous for all people, rather. Just a little bit of on-stream admin. Dayshot, thank you very much for the raid, my friend. That's fucking awesome. Thank you, dude. Welcome, guys. We are the Destiny Down Under podcast. We speak Destiny, and we're talking about PAXAUS next week. Right. So the first thing I want to talk about, or the first thing that I put on the list for what we want to talk about, is that PlayStation didn't have much of an issue. Xbox didn't have much of an issue by the looks of things. But Steam transfer, can we, like, I think that went very smoothly. Like, of all the issues that went wrong. Yeah, so of all the issues that
what things went wrong?
So, like, the
basically
servers,
there was a mad queue.
all the server
Like
stuff.
server
Yeah.
capacity and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened when I did that? Sloth would have seen this, right? So I woke up, 6 a.m., got ready for the stream on launch day, checked my Twitter, saw just all the memes about like being 12,000 in the queue and all this kind of stuff. I thought, fucking beautiful. I'm going to read lore while we wait in the queue. Perfect. And, I checked on Twitch and saw like Datto and Goth and everyone, Goth had 30,000 people watch him in the bloody 12,000 queue. And I thought, that's fine. We got stuff we can do, baby. I literally got into the queue. I pressed start on the stream. 30 seconds in, I was in. I went from queue 12,000 to straight in somehow.
Oh,
And
unlucky,
everyone's
Matt.
like,
Fucking.
and I was actually a bit disappointed. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to play now.
Yeah.
You Matthew.
Well, I
on.
did new light. Like he was reading lore, I did new light, and I was just like, I was chatting to him, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm just doing the first mission now." I'm like, I waited 20 minutes to get in, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm just doing the first mission." I was like, "What the fuck?" But for the shit that did go wrong, it is so small comparatively than what could have gone wrong.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. I
Like,
mean, when you consider that this was basically akin to what happened when they launched Rise of Iron on the consoles, that they knew how, like there's such a massive shift in infrastructure and shit went on, and like for it to 6 hours later or whatever be basically plain sailing is fucking unreal. Obviously there was the usual Muppets jumping up and down carrying on like fucking sky is falling, but that's that. And by the time, I was at work, I literally got up and went to work and managed to go the whole day without really avoiding Reddit or fucking Twitter or whatever.
Really, I didn't
see any spoilers.
Post things.
How good were people?
Really
How good was it? There was no dickheads.
Maybe we're following the right people now, but like there was I mistakenly went onto the Bungie help tweets and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And people were demanding refunds and people were they were doing this, that, and the other. And I was just like, you know what? Do your own thing. That's cool. But it was really clean. It was such a really quite a smooth transition from Battle.net, which is a completely different file structure, to Steam and all that sort of thing. And for the most part, I'd say about 10% of the PC population had issues.
Yeah.
A move that big, that is fucking really, really nice. So
how odd is it to fucking open up Steam to play Destiny?
Oh, it is really weird.
Oh,
it's
I still
fucking
open
strange,
Battle.net.
man. I've opened Battle.net every time I've gone to go and play Destiny since. I'm going to delete it, so I fucking can't, because really, like, I'm probably never going back, but whatever. Having said that, Steam, I'm still finding my feet with it, really. Like, I've played games on Steam for a long time, but I think I had 6 friends, and now I've got fucking lots. It kind of exploded there. So there was the night before Shadowkeep, Destiny, Steam gangbang, where everyone was just into it, adding everyone in the world. So that was fucking fun. But
Steam gangbang.
Yeah. See what I did there? I made it sexy. But I don't know. I think it's gone pretty well. I don't know. I don't have any criticisms. I've probably just got to get used to Steam a little bit, like this shift tab business and all that sort of stuff. Pretty useless.
And they've already had quite a big wave of a ban hammer going around for cheating and all that sort of thing, which is really nice.
Really?
That was the big thing that I was worried about. They tweeted about it the other day. But it's like I said, I think the transfer is like, yes, there are problems, and some of them are glaring problems, but it could have gone 100% worse. So well done to the back end team at Bungie for making that as smooth as they did.
Beautiful.
Well done,
I'm
guys.
sure it was a mountain
really
of work, right? A fucking mountain.
Yeah, like 24 hours, and I don't think any of them slept. Like they were just working their ass off.
What about the other intangible benefit of the fact that it's now on Steam, in that the names that I have seen while traversing, particularly the tower, like Bob from fucking Bunnings Warehouse, and just absolute garbage names. I'm loving it. If you've got a funny name idea, just call yourself that. I hope I bump into you. I think there's actually a new Twitter handle has popped up that's just dedicated to stupid names in Destiny. I can't remember what it's called, but I did see that. So jump on that.
I saw
look.
this guy today that
lots of asterisks.
Yeah.
I saw this name that was like, a cataclysm emerges and eats a ... So when he kills you in PvP, it comes up with your name. So it's like a cataclysm emerges and eats a Mylan.
That's pretty good. That's pretty creative.
I like the Destiny keyboard is the Destiny keyboard is pretty cool as well. I saw a name in the tower this morning that was a sniper rifle, a pike, a laser shot, a fucking B button, a right trigger, a laser shot, and a sniper shot. The name was about this fucking long, but like I'm glad.
That's it. Yeah, that was a cool little development too. That's just I might give myself something. Do a little bedazzling of the old name.
But like there are other things. It's not a bad thing per se, but like they're trying to limit people's because it is a PG-13 game. They're trying to limit people's exposure to like just
horrific
really shit. But our friend Butters, Triple T ERS, had the first half of his name asterisk because it had butt in it. Or our other friend, our friend Felicia, her friend Spicy Dragon had the half of their name. The first half of their name.
Yeah, I mean that's a different level because if you think about what the actual start of that is, that's a racial racial.
Yeah, I know, but like it's more of a referencing between.
Who's offended by butt?
That. Yeah, but there were a lot of names that I've gone, oh, that's really good, or just like, fuck.
What was there's one? What was the fucking name of the one that we were all laughing at?
Hang on. It was
if this person's out there, you've won a prize. It is
the name was XXX _bonglord _ either cunt slayer or pussy slayer _ XXX.
What a fucking man of culture. Round of applause for you, you fucking muppet. Good job. All right.
But yeah.
You absolute muppet.
Mate, if you're calling yourself that and your friends aren't telling you to turn it down, you've got shit friends, right? Like,
yeah, but I mean, obviously he's an edgelord. Like, it's obviously intentional.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like,
but so we'll get into the 12. There's not really much in the 12 at this point in time, but we've landed on the moon. The teams remain calm. Then they worked on the problem. They hunted down the bugs to restore services. Well done to the support team. The raid is imminent.
What day?
10
what day again?
PDT. 10 a.m. PDT on the October 5th. So that's 4 a.m. Sunday for us.
4 a.m. Your time, 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 5 a.m. for Log, 4 a.m. for me, and
1 o'clock for me, 2 o'clock.
You.
Daylight savings again.
Daylight savings.
the time of year when me and Sloth and Matt are all each in our own separate fucking time zone. And the DDU gets exponentially more difficult to organise for no real reason.
It's amazing how much of a pain in the ass that is.
You know what? Yeah. I used to have arguments where I would tell Sloth how dumb Queensland is because they don't have fucking daylight savings. Because like some farm was like, oh, it's fading me curtains faster because the sun's out longer. Fucking just stupid stereotypical shit. But I've come full circle on it. I don't need it in my life. It's such a fucking inconvenience that I could do without it. So if you're out there, fucking clock Jesus or whoever decides these things in New South Wales.
Clock Jesus.
Time sun related Jesus. Do me a favour and fuck it off.
Jesus.
I didn't quite think that out.
So the world's first is on Sunday, depending on Fucking hell. World's first is whenever it is. So look it up in your own time zone. But the world's first race is here. Contest is here. The first encounter 890. The last encounter 950 for more reports.
Hold on, read that again. So I got caught up with clock. Jesus.
That'll be the next fucking idiot name in the YouTube comments. Wait for it.
I saw Log Power Sloth came to my live stream or whatever.
He did. My Log Power Sloth showed up. Yeah.
I just assumed that was one of our mates on a throwaway account.
And I know who it is too. I fucking know who it is.
You know who it is? Right, okay.
I know who it is.
Is it someone that's going to PAX?
No, don't ruin it.
It is someone who's going to PAX.
No,
right. I can guarantee you. I know who it is. And I'm going to confront that person when
I'm going to out them. I'm going to out them in front of 300 people.
Don't reveal the superhero. Come on now.
All right, let's talk about Destiny. I'm sorry for being a bad influence.
No. We're talking about. Tell me the numbers again for the raid.
So the world's first raid, from what I've been able to gather, now there's no numbers in the TWAB, but I believe the first encounter is 890. The last encounter is 950.
Okay.
So it seems to be quite a big raid. Some people like gigs are sitting at like 968 or something like that. This is contest. 58. So contest obviously locks power level for certain encounters and all that sort of thing. Yeah, it's a lot of people have been grinding about it. Now, one thing, you know what? This really fucking irks me. I know it does. But people... A friend of mine has been like, he did 17 hours yesterday, took 6 hours of sleep, and then did another 17 hours today just to get up to level. It's not fucking healthy. It's not healthy to play games and sit down for that long. It's really not. And we go through this every time, mate. I know. I urge people to take breaks, and I mean substantial breaks, because it can't be good for your body to sit down for that long. But anyway, it is what it is.
Matt, can you read the name of the guy that Ransack ran into in a strike? Don't read it. Just don't read it beforehand. Just read it out.
Now.
Yep.
Yes.
That he says, had a guy in a strike, Vladimir stuck me off.
Yeah. Toxic. Moving on.
I played PvP against Vladimir Suck Me Off the other day. It was it was refreshing to see a bit of a meme name. But the world's first completion is the belt. Completions within the first 24 hours is the emblem. Completions before October 15 is the raid jacket purchase. Completions during Season of the Undying, the raid t-shirt purchase, and all completions is the raid emblem. So if you want to check that out, there it is there.
I won't lie, the shirt with the question mark it's done me a bamboozle, right? Like I want to know what's on it.
It's done me a bamboozle.
Yeah, strong bamboozle. I want to know what's on it. It must be something really like, it must be a hectic spoiler, right? Like, or they wouldn't be doing that.
It's probably going to be a pretty... I want to know as well. I do. Right. Known issues. Players will not receive the Gatelord's Eye at season rank 7 if they claim it in an equipment locked activity. If it's been abandoned, the completed Essence of Anguish quest step can be reacquired only by unlocking the Lectern of Enchantment. In the In Search of Answers quest step may not appear in the player's category. If inventory after talking with Eris, please check Postmaster to pick up the quest and continue the campaign. Just read it. You know what? Fuck it.
There's a lot of semantics and just silly little quibbles and stuff. That one about like Destiny, if your artifact drops, like you're in a locked playlist, you just don't get it. That's a big one. That probably needs a look, but
it is a big one.
I don't know. I only just got mine the other day, so I haven't had a real chance to. I mean, everyone got theirs.
Wait, what? The actual artifact?
Yeah.
If it's in a equipment locked activity, you will not get it if you unlock it in the equipment lock activity. It's
a trap. I'm just on fire with memes tonight.
So how do you get access to it then?
You don't.
You just delete Destiny.
You just delete Destiny.
You go and play Fortnite or some other shit game.
Yeah, maybe those people that were complaining about the server issues can fuck off to Fortnite. Go on, get you. Right. Fix an issue where having more than 300 friends would cause the game to crash. That is Destiny hotfix 2.6.0.2. So if you want to check that out as well.
Having more than
You've
300
got
friends.
more than 300 friends. Well, I hope our
That's
fucking event
such a
doesn't crash because
that is such a weird bug. That is such a weird bug.
too popular. Get out.
Got 'em.
Too cool.
Right.
Fuck
So,
off.
gentlemen, Shadowkeep.
Yeah.
What are
All right,
your
hey, just to
initial impressions?
preface this, probably going to be spoilery from now on. So
Right,
if you're listening
yes.
and you haven't played it through,
There are spoilers ahead.
yeah,
There are spoilers ahead.
Lie spoilers.
Yar, there be spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled, get the fuck out or mute us. Mute us, please.
Yeah.
Right.
That was a warning horn.
Okay. Yes. Beep. Right. We'll start with PvE.
Yeah, we'll start with the campaign.
We'll start with the story.
No, we'll start with the campaign.
We'll start with the story progression. So initially, we get this call from Zavala. Go to the moon. Like the hive are just spilling out of everywhere. It's been dead for a while. Hive is spilling out of everywhere. You know, blah blah blah, and just just throwing swords and guns and knives and shit at each other. I don't fucking know.
You should talk to Mauler, man. You could next week. You can just show how good your voice acting is, and
or not. That'd be fun too.
No, I'm gonna line it up.
How often do you reckon that happens? Like someone's like, "Oh, can you listen to me?" Grah.
Well, she said she's gonna have a scream off with Chucky. So,
that's so fucking funny.
Yeah, they're gonna try and Omnigul out scream each other. He just wants to try and out Omnigul scream Omnigul, which I mean is a noble pursuit, I suppose.
How did
you know what's really funny?
How are they already talking? Is this through Twitter?
Yeah, it was a tweet.
It's through Twitter, yeah.
It was a tweet. It's legit.
Chucky has one of those. He somehow gets your attention. He's one of those people. It's like that's because he's a politician.
He's the patron saint of Buffalo.
He's a fucking
the fucking things I could show you. But anyway, we'll move on.
Yeah, we move in like with the red keeps there. It's very ominous. Like when Matt and I were playing through, like you could see it off in the distance, but then when you actually enter the Harbor of Sorrows, it looms. It looms, and it's so.
You mean the pyramid ship, right?
No, the keep. Scarlet Keep.
The keep, you fucking penis.
Oh, you're jumping ahead, mate. God, you spoilers.
Jesus fucking Christ, mate. Fucking calm down.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Scarlet Keep with the bridge comes down and
yeah, it's so ominous in the distance and it's so threatening and all that sort of thing. It
felt like you were storming a castle. It was really good.
Yeah.
It really had that.
Matt was yelling, "Have at 'em, boys!
Have at them, boys!" As we like stormed the keep. And they had the little the Vanguard robots there. They weren't Red Jacks, they were Vanguard. They weren't Red Jacks.
Oh, okay.
They didn't have the Red Jack symbols anyway. They weren't Lord Shaxies. They were just Vanguard bots.
They were the same. They're the same fucking robots.
Yeah, but they got different colors on them.
But they're the
They're
same
the Blue
robots.
Jacks.
Like they're built
They're the
same.
Blue Jacks, not the Red Jacks.
They're,
it's fine.
they're not controlled by Shaq. So
we're the Blue Jays.
Yeah. But that was cool. Like, there was just it really made it feel alive. And it's like, why I know we sort of got a little bit of that in Forsaken, but it has taken a while to just have some ambient NPCs, helping you do some battles.
Yeah, I mean we had Spiky Boys.
Wasn't it?
We had the Spiky Boys in Forsaken, which is about it.
Yeah.
Right?
We were at First Light. We were like, so do you remember the map from First Light? How there was like the buildings and then there was that real big back area? Yeah, and there was that real big back area. So we started at the buildings, but it's like the hive built through to that, like that fucking, like just demolish that building at the back of the map where the heavy would usually spawn and all that sort of thing. And they've just brought this bridge up and it's just like, this is where we are. Come at us, motherfuckers, and all that stuff. It was really, it was really nice. Really
I have another question. Sorry. When you played not the map First Light, but First Light as in a new character First Light.
New Light.
Yeah. Sorry, New Light. And so you do it's the original mission. It's the original mission, right?
Yep.
Someone told me that when you fly away, the Exo Stranger isn't there.
Yeah, so I did the first mission. So I did the first mission, and like you're standing at the ship, and it's just like it won't break orbit, but it'll hopefully at least get us to the city, and then Ghost teleports you in, and you take off. and it rises up. They've got fucking Vandals shooting at it, and it takes off, and then the camera pans to the right, and there's the Exo Stranger there in Destiny 1. Well, in Destiny 2, the camera doesn't pan. Well, it pans, but there's no Exo Stranger, and it just goes to a title card of Destiny 2, and then you're at the tower. It's
So I wonder why.
I don't know if they've retconned it.
Well, I've got a theory that's going to bring this all together, but you're going to have to wait to the end.
Oh, wow. This is some ominous foreshadowing from Mylan Games. What a professional. Good. we'll get there.
Didn't get to sub 200,000 for no reason, but
did you get there?
No,
he hasn't hit 200.
I said, sorry. When I said sub, I meant like underneath 2,000, not subscriber 2,000.
So the race is still on. Me versus you to 200K.
Yeah, no, I hit 190,000. Another. I don't know if we'll get there. Another 10,000, to be honest.
Closing in on you, man.
Just get your fucking golden play button. Fuck's sake.
I just hit 1,500.
Yeah, million.
1,500. Good stuff. I've still got 30.
Good job.
Right. So we cross into the Red Keep. We deal with the fucking this big ass shrieker. We shoot up with tanks, blah 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 blah, and we push all the way into the Red Keep. There's this ominous shot. We come out as like a big crack in a cavern type of situation. There's all these shadow guardians, like on this slanted bit of hillside. Then you've got the earth. You drop down. You walk around the corner. Bam, pyramid ship. So Matt and I's reaction, I went, "Holy fuck!" And Matt immediately
did not expect it at all.
I didn't expect it either. Like Matt immediately deafened because every single recording he tried to get while we were streaming together would started with me fucking carrying on like a pork chop. I saw it.
If I ever trying to use any of that original footage, it's Sloth fucking yelling at the beginning of it.
Beautiful.
That was how good it was. We were yelling and screaming.
It was really like there's
I didn't get
this
that
pyramid ship. I didn't expect it, but then I went through with the mission with Keg and Log earlier on, and Keg's hanging back trying to get Log's reaction, and I'm hanging back and all that sort of thing. He comes around the corner, and Log goes,
"You're
I went, oh, it's the triangle thing."
Yeah, it's a pyramid. He goes, "It's a pyramid."
Like,
it's
fucking serious?
It's like he's found. It's like he's found a fucking pimple on the back of his leg or something. He's just gone, "Oh, that's a bit fucking shit,"
Yeah, not far wrong. I don't know. I felt like maybe I'd just been too bombarded with new things, not been buffeted. But I don't know.
The atmosphere, like just to continue with the end of that mission, you go down. You get forced back from the cliff. Crota's there, all that sort of thing. And then this awesome little throwback where you down Crota, you go up to him, and he's got this like something you can pick up on his back, and you pick it up, it's got question marks, blah, 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 blah. And then his health comes back, and Matt and I have just gone, shit. The Fnatic and Gaul show up.
And they all just get warp whistled in.
This awesome little throwback of Eris, "Guardian, come with me," and then a whole bunch of incantations and shit, which was just amazing.
Yeah,
it was just amazing.
I think the campaign missions themselves were really strong. There was a couple of bits where it got bogged down, where you kind of had to run around and do all your rote stuff. You know, like
how many actually campaign missions were there though? There weren't that many.
I didn't keep track. I reckon probably 4 or 5 or something. 5, 6, maybe.
Yeah.
But can we like the opening cutscene, which I did actually end up getting to see, of the Eris just breaking through the wall. There's this shadow comes out of the wall, which ends up being Saimoto rather. Which is hello Moto, which is kind of cool, but it like more of her fire team, and you can see her in pain, like physically and mentally in pain throughout the entire campaign, which is fantastic to see. Like it's and like Mauler does this awesome, like it is able to portray it in voice.
Yeah, it's some I know that it sounds like pandering or whatever, but it's probably some of the most emotive voice acting that I've ever heard. Like, I mean, It was in the trailer, but you're all insufferable. That it's there was serious impact there, and like even when it was the same scene, but the scene with the Korra, it was like it was a accurate sort of like portrayal of Korra being really fucking concerned for a friend. Like I bought in at that point.
What's the name of the voice actors for Korra? I can't remember now. She was in Firefly.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Korra.
Oh god.
But like
she was also
it wasn't flat. It was like she was legitimately concerned for Eris, which
to be honest, all
prior
the
to
voice
Cade's
actors
death,
for
we
all the
didn't-
main protagonists are fucking amazing. To be honest,
Yeah, they're just nailed it.
everyone.
I don't think the voice acting's been good. Gina Reyes, thank you, Ghost Rider.
Thank you, man.
But like the voice acting has not been that emotive. Sorry, Gina Torres, not Gina Reyes. Gina Torres. Thank you. It hasn't been that emotive until now. Like the most emotion that we'd seen was when Cade died, and as far as I'm concerned, like he can just
Don't. You're just trying to trigger people. Everyone sees through it, sloth.
No, but like there wasn't that emotion in previous DLCs, and it's really good to see that the writers have just gone all out and just gone, let's make it serious concern.
Yeah, there wasn't a joke.
I like it.
I don't think there was a joke at all at any point through that entire story, and I think that like we kind of got, Cade was the initial focus of Forsaken. There's that first mission where he's all hilarious and funny, and then it ends with him being killed and whatever, and that's what it's all about. It's all a vengeance play. And I think the thing that I really like about the way that they're doing the campaigns now is that the campaigns are a self-contained thing that just kind of sets the stage for the greater story, right? Like in Forsaken, we had, Cade gets killed off, and it's the story of Uldren and why and how he's been corrupted. And then that sort of leads us to what's the actual end game content, which is Riven and all that kind of crap. This seems to have done exactly the same thing in that, at the end of the campaign, in the final mission, we get sucked into the pyramid ship, which is a pretty pimping little pad in and of itself, with a whole heap of teleporting magical nonsense going on in there.
Clean. It was clean, and it was almost like how clean a fucking surgery would be.
Yeah, It felt like really sterile and evil and cold.
Sterile. That's the word I'm looking for. It was sterile and cold and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, they had that. It was that alien polished where.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It's like otherworldly. It's one of those things you look at and it's not human made because none of the joins are correct. Like there's no right angles, or maybe there was, but it has that aesthetic.
Yeah,
it's like
it's
you
like
look at something
we
like,
couldn't construct it as a human.
Yeah, we don't have the tech to just construct that, and it's got that alien polish to it, which I really like. That was cool.
The thing that I saw as well, the thing that sort of you and I kind of agreed on is that we went up those stairs after fighting Gaul, after fighting Crota, which were great little throwbacks as well.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Which was like going back, you had to drop Crota with a sword. So anyone who didn't play Crota in D1 was just like, "What do we do? What do we do?"
Imagine like the real hardcore veterans when they got to that point in the mission, they just went and unplugged their router.
Unplugged.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we made that joke on stream. It's like, quick.
I don't want your streams. I'm taking credit for it.
It was very, very fucking. It was very cool. But we walked up to the top of the stairs. There was this mysterious artifact at the top, a round ball.
Yeah, that thing looked weird. It looked like a really
I picked that up too quick. We should have looked around that room.
We should have looked around, but
like there was a campaign again.
Yeah, behind the ball there was this humanoid figure covered in a sheet.
It reminded me of Shaw, like an awoken.
There was
statue.
What? There was a cat. Like if you
there was a statue behind it.
There was a giant statue that reminded me. What was the name of the dark demon from one of the demon, not the demons, one of the Daedras from Skyrim that like had a big sheet on her head, like she was covered in that, and she had a star in one hand and a moon in the other. But it looked like that, and this is
Nocturnal.
I think it was Nocturnal, but like there was like it was really really cool, and this giant statue, like lots of Azura. Thank you, Azura. Like it was very Azura, and I saw it and I was like, I agree with Matt. I wish we personally took more around.
It was that's the thing with Destiny. You get so caught up in just like blitzing through it and just smashing stuff. When you get to those like monolithic rooms, you just like, oh, it's shiny thing. You just grab it straight away rather than
just grab the shiny.
Ooh, that's shiny. The waypoint. And then you jump on it, and then you. We're going to talk.
And in reality, some dev like spent 6 months making that fucking statue.
back to the voice acting though. In the mission where you had to go and get the cryptoglyph from at the base of the pyramid, and you've got Nolan North doing Ghost, and he sounds in pain.
Yeah, that was
that's right. Yeah.
He like that was.
How do you remember all this shit?
It is.
I can't even remember fucking.
You played it again, but you played it with your hunter, right? You've done it twice. Oh, okay.
No, I haven't done the story. I'm a hunter yet.
I can that's what I can barely remember anything. But
but like there was like these are the things that these are the things that really stood out. Is like the pained voice acting was really emotive. And then once we got the cryptoglyph, Matt and I, like, this is just our experience. Matt and I were like yelling at each other, "Run!"
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was pretty funny
because we were severely underleveled. But like, and again, like Cal Madsen had said in chat as well, I love the way that Nolan changed when Ghost voice was taken over by the darkness. Like he was being completely overwritten.
Yeah, they're pretty much.
You know what? It was such a drastic kind of change to the voice that going through that last mission, I literally I can't remember whether it was you, Slothy, or it was Keg, and I'm like, who the fuck's that talking? And they're like, it's your ghost. And then, like, once I started concentrating on it, you can tell it's Nolan's voice, but like, dude, they didn't do that much to his actual voice in terms of effects. That was just solely him.
That was him. That was pure. That was
you go and try and sound like enough of a different person, but still, fucking, dude's a freak.
Yeah,
it was so good.
They're pretty much getting very close to saying the pyramid ships of the darkness, right?
Like the cutscene.
They've done everything apart from outrightly say it.
I don't think the
cutscene after you pick up the mysterious artifact underneath the statue of Azura, which I'm going to call it. That's what I'm going to call it now. Is that you're on Mars. You see a, open quotes, dark reflection of your character come towards you with his hands in the Mr. Burns. Fucking Mr. Burns. Excellent.
That was, what it reminded me of? And I don't know why this is my brain. This will scare you, right? In that thing, the gif of the fucking WWE game ref where he does the fucking thing and his arm turns around and he does the thumbs up. There was something incredibly unnerving about that sort of doppelganger where I'm like, it reminded me of that in the moment.
It was so insane, but like he's walking towards you, he's got his hands in the Mr. Burns and he's like, don't you recognize us? But there's pyramid ships everywhere. You're on Mars. You're in the garden. I didn't even
notice that. There are pyramid ships on the background.
Yeah, like there was at least 20 pyramid ships all in the sky and all that sort of thing.
I need to play it again.
Oh my God. Sure, someone's got it on YouTube.
I've recorded
so
it.
Cool.
I would like to experience again, maybe off stream. It's different when
it's super cool. And I was expecting like the dark version of us, as Jathal said in chat. I thought this is when this is Sparta, because we were standing on the edge. I thought he was going to fucking
it made me uncomfortable how close we were standing to that cliff. I was worried about my own immortal player character's welfare.
But it was really cool, and like, but the story and the lore implications. So basically, it was an open-ended story that has set up the rest of for the next 12 months.
So did you like? You said you liked it, Log. You liked how it was open-ended.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll preface that by saying that I understand why people, like, if people go into that expecting sort of like a tight, concluded campaign in that, would be disappointed. But for me, given that it's not something that I personally will go back and probably do again, I might on another character down the line or whatever, but to go through and do all this and then it sets up the rest of my year in Destiny doing what I'm going to do. I think it's awesome. But it's they're kind of in that position where it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, and they can't really. They're hedging their bets either way.
I mean, yeah, Sloth was obviously with me, and I couldn't. It's hard not to feel just the emotional part of it is like there's so much build up, and it's like we're just gonna stop you there. There's a conclusion here, but you don't get to see it yet. And it's not that it's bad or anything like that. It's just you can't see it quite yet. And I think that is the hardest thing about telling the story that way is it doesn't matter what way you spin it, you're gonna cut them off before the ending, and they have to wait for the ending. And some people are happy to wait. It's like Marvel putting the end credits scene. Some people are happy to sit through the credits.
Right. You're right.
And watch it. And some people fucking just gonna leave the cinema. And for your average consumer, I think it's funny. I think they're probably like, I think that was the most open-ended narrative we've probably seen since Destiny 1. Because all the previous ones gave you like a mini conclusion, like you beat the Oryx in our world, and then only if you want to defeat the Oryx in the Ascendant plane do you go do the raid. You know, you beat Siva in the replication chamber, and only then do you have to go beat Siva again with Axis in Rise of Iron.
You tracked down Uldren and, ultimately captured him or, whatever, killed him.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's always sort of been by a giant nutsack. Yeah, there's almost been two endings to the narrative. And I felt like this was probably the closest. They're like, fuck yeah, if you don't play the raid, you don't see the ending. If you don't watch the credits, you don't see the conclusion.
But that's.
I don't think the raid. I don't think the raid is going to be the ending. I reckon. No, I reckon it's going to be more tied to this Vex incursion shit and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I think it's going to go sort of over the year, right? Like the raid may well progress the story in the same way that defeating Riven progressed the Dreaming City. But I don't like. Do you think you can go in and get the most out of like the Forsaken story if you don't actually go in and fight Riven?
But here's the thing. We still haven't got a conclusion to that.
Yeah,
we
Riven's
still don't have a conclusion to the Dreaming
It's a fucking wish dragon, dude. The bones talk to you. Like it doesn't even matter if it's dead. Don't worry about it. That's the end.
Well, see, this is the thing though, Matt. Like we don't have a conclusive ending to the Riven Dreaming City arc yet, but Bungie have shown that they can wait 3 years before they can conclude it. And maybe it's all going to come to a head. Maybe it's all going to come to a head in like year 6, year 7.
Look, and as a content creator, this is the best thing I want. The best thing for a content creator is to leave shit open-ended because that leaves me with hundreds of videos to make for years to come.
We're going to draw in my audience and we're just going to hold them there and make them watch videos till the end of fucking time on YouTube.
So, but I can't, I don't know. There is definitely a part of me that thinks that you need to wrap some storylines up.
Yeah, something needs to conclude for you to be ultimately satisfied, right?
You can't just keep, it's like power creep, but it's like narrative creep. It's like
that is
narrative scope creep.
You just keep adding more mysteries. I feel like there needs to be.
The new strike is apparently very references Savathûn quite a bit. I played the end of it the other day. I haven't played it yet either. I've played the Broodmother strike. That is probably one of the best fucking bit of PlayStation content, best bits of PlayStation content I've ever seen. I love the Broodmother strike. It's so fun. It's so nice. It's so refreshing.
Please tell me more about. Maybe I'm not listening to the strike, but the strike is about Savathûn's daughter, right?
I don't know.
What the new strike?
Yeah.
Let's do it. We'll do that in questions. We can do that. We'll do that at the back end. So we can get the audience.
But Novastar, Novastar. We know that they've set up. So Novastar says, guys, they said in the Vidoc that this season starts the story, next season adds more and more and more, and then the season after ties it together. Now we know that, but like it's such a the reference is like the point is that it's such a fantastic stepping off point for another.
Oh, maybe I haven't played the new Strike yet.
I don't think you have, mate.
Yeah, I don't think you have. Well, it's all right. We'll get there.
The corrupted core is the new Strike, festering. And then apparently there's a lot. Sorry, the festering core. Yeah.
I thought anyway, I'll have to go pay more attention.
Yeah, and then like there was references to Hashaladoon, which was fucking fantastic, which is Crota's daughter. And Matt and I actually had a conversation on stream about
oh, it's on IO? Okay, I have not been IO. Okay.
Yeah, we were talking about fucking how Crota fucked himself and made himself a daughter. That was legitimately the conversation that we had on stream. So
true.
I mean,
yay, I guess.
It's cheaper than eHarmony, right?
They can either.
Oh God! Oh, look, can we do this super quick? What do we think the numbers, Mason? What do they mean? What do we think this cutscene at the end means? Where do we think? Let's just brave speculation. Have a fucking punt. Classic DDU. Let's just shoot from the hip. What do you reckon that shit at the end means?
I mean, the dark.
I'm talking about the Monty Burns fucking doppelganger with his. Who is he? What's it all about?
Look, I have a theory, but I have to tell you all the Praetor shit if you want me to go into that.
Do you want to look? Let's just quickly
we'll do that
quickly wrap it up, and then we can come back to that.
Okay.
We'll do the longest podcast of all time.
The story in this is fantastic. The lore implications of it are absolutely amazing. But let's get into the gameplay. Let's get away from the story and get into the gameplay. Because the gameplay in the PvE side is fantastic. As Matt tweeted out, if you do finishes and you don't go or just go fuck a bang and just make noises while you're doing finishes, you're not playing it right.
Yeah, you don't.
Finishes are
I have bought the total of 2 microtransactions in 5 years of playing Destiny, and the first was the ornament for Whisper of the Worm, and the second was a finisher bundle because as soon as I started doing finishes, I was like, I need that fucking drop kick. I need that drop kick in my life to fucking double boot to the face. Like, I want that right now. And I bought it straight away.
Luke Smith sitting somewhere like, we got him, boys.
We got him,
boys. But the finishes, like, there's so much things that they could do. Imagine doing like an RKO or a fucking Sweet Chin music. Like they could take.
It's endless. It's just like shaders again.
So much fucking stuff for finishes. Imagine if you it was a group finisher and there was a captain and a dreg, and you picked up the dreg by the leg and just beat the captain to death with it. Like that, I'd be all for that. Like it's just
my only complaint with the finishes at this stage is something funky happens with the camera. I need to pay a bit more attention.
Where it all goes like smoky and black.
No, like can you move your camera in the finishing move scene?
No,
I feel this is what I feel like. This is what my brain feels like happens is I do the finishing move and I've readjusted my camera and then it resets me to like facing forwards. So like I finish an enemy here and I'm ready to spin around and shoot someone or punch someone there.
It's like you come out of it, and you're not facing where you think you're going to be facing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's the only thing that but I didn't notice at the beginning, but once I knew what started chaining finishing moves together, I was ready to spin out of it, and it wasn't quite in the right spot for some reason.
The thing that really frustrates me about the finishes, and this is the only thing that frustrates me about it, is that you go in and the background disappears and you're in this sort of black you're in your own sort of instance.
Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat scene.
You're in a fatality.
You're in a fatality,
yeah. But imagine a backhand finisher, or a glove. You grab your glove out of your back pocket and just slap an ogre with it.
The thing with finishes that I don't know about is I'm still not sold on it using super energy. Hey, Like, I still think that
Well-
is one of those things that, like, maybe they could have added another little fucking really wafer thin bar just above your super meter that, you know, like
Wafer thin.
if you charge it up by doing finishing moves, and when it's full, then you get the perk of
Have you got
what
the?
your
Have you
finisher
used
does.
it yet? Have you used the artifact thing yet?
Yeah,
Load up
I-
with
I-
it?
yeah. It's I
With
don't know.
the-
It's just not. I don't know. It's just not.
I
It just
haven't
seems
used
like
it yet,
it
'cause
seems like a
I've
really
only got
big
a-
sacrifice for just special ammo. Like,
Well,
I don't know.
see, this is the
But
thing.
you can get
like,
power
there are
too, can't you?
finishers. Yeah,
Ooh, yeah,
like the
but that's a
finisher that
greater
I was
cost again.
using was
I haven't got that.
you get all your stuff reloaded, and you can get so for a quarter of your finisher move, you get special for everyone, which could be very handy in a particular fight. Like, so obviously Log and we've I don't know if you've done it, Matt, but we've mapped melee and finisher to the same button, and sometimes it can be a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. But then you've got things like, I picked up a mod today called Healthy Finisher, which gives you full health at the cost of like a third of your super.
Mm.
And if you like me and don't use your super, I'm okay. I'm perfectly fine with that. I think it's really nice.
You've just found a way to negate all the shit that Sassy gets angry at you about in PvP. Why are you sitting on your fucking super again?
Finishes in PvP. There's
Oh, they're
no
not there,
finishes in
are they?
PvP,
Yeah,
so
sorry.
it's
Never mind.
it's not really. It's like I don't really give a stuff here or there. But
Here's a case where maybe it would be useful. Let's say, like, we were doing the Nightfall, right?
Mm.
And there's often a section you will go through where, you know, in the Pyramidion, where all the Vex come out of the teleporter, you really only need one super, and they can just wipe everything out, right? And then there's literally 7 orbs on the floor again. In
Yep.
that case, and everyone's already, because it's like half of the mission, everyone's already got their supers right. So often you go for the teleporter and you just don't pick up the orb because someone's. So in that case, you could like go through.
Okay.
You could use your finisher, and then you pick up the orbs and you move on to the next section. So you could coordinate with your team a little bit more on, especially for single use supers that you know is going to wipe out everything and give you 7 orbs, and you're going to be back up.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've got no doubt that there will be teams that can absolutely min-max the shit out of this, and I honestly believe it will be. It'll be a pretty serious part of the raid too.
Of the raid, yeah.
You know, of the raid race. I think because I mean they do basically a fixed percentage damage. Like it's not that it's not governed by your light level. It's like basically if you do it, they're dead.
If you can get the yellow orb and you can close the distance between, If you
the other thing is too that you can finish
Oh.
through a recharged shield. So say there's a fucking wizard floating around and you've chipped it down to no health, and you don't get to kill it quickly enough, and its shield comes back up. You can just go and finisher it through the shield. I think that's
really
nice. A big thing. I think
it's really nice for the ordeal. It's really nice for the Nightfall ordeal, especially on Hero, because like when you get like an overloaded Minotaur coming towards you, and the only way you can get that down is to overload them because their health regen is so heavy. Like you have to be doing like just fucking pure DPS to kill them without an overloaded weapon. It's nice that you can just walk up and just go fucking elbow drop kick or elbow roundhouse, you know, like you can just jerk yourself off about fucking, you know, finishing off a fucking giant Minotaur.
I mean, I've been doing like a shoulder charge into a, you know, Minotaur and then a finishing move, and you feel badass.
Yeah, you do feel pretty tough.
You feel proper badass doing that.
Like that poor old bloody Trove Knight that I was farming last night. I got that down to a fine art. It was just like I was in the finisher before it even the fucking thing had even flashed because I knew exactly how much damage I was gonna do.
Yeah, the lock-on has a massive window. Like it's a good
really
fucking distance away from it that you can click the finisher and you would just lock onto him.
Straight over
flying elbow. Flying elbow straight up.
On the PvE side, we've also got some new weapons as well from Eris, which are quite nice. They look fantastic. The weapon models are quite nice. I got the Loud Lullaby and the sniper. The what's the sniper called?
Don't know. There's a sniper. The assault rifle's pretty good.
Yeah. The assault rifle's really nice. It's like the weapons are nice. The shotgun, the hand cannon, and the MG is they feel and sound like like they sound like weapons. That's my big issue with Destiny. A lot of weapons, as powerful as they are, like the Midnight Coup is still widely regarded as one of the best PvE hand cannons. Whoa!
Every time.
Like the Midnight Coup is still widely regarded as one of the best PvE hand cannons out there, but it sounds like you're firing a fucking nail gun.
Yeah, I mean, Miter always bothered me on that front.
Yeah, might are the same thing, but these guns, they feel and sound like they've got that really cathartic clunk as you fucking pull, like on the shotgun, like as
I
you
haven't got. How do you get the
load a
shotty?
shell.
I've done all the things. I'm missing the shotgun. I must have to pick it up.
You have to pick it up, yeah.
Buy it,
but like
buy it from
it's
the
really
thing.
really nice. Like even the grenade launcher like has it's really solid clunk as you fucking load another fucking round into it, and it feels good. It feels good. So well done on that. Anything else you really want to touch on in PvE? Like it's
not really. I mean, there's
the
so
game
much.
is good.
Oh, about the Armor
stuff
2.0.
We haven't really had the chance to dive into that. It's fucking awesome that you can put the ornaments on. I'll say that. Like that's the one thing is like
You know,
you
the
can go
thing
and get
is, I don't have any
armor.
ornaments because I've gone to Titan.
Oh fuck!
See, the thing
all
that
my
bothers me
ornaments from my
about that,
warlock.
Suck
the thing that bothers me about the ornaments in regards to Armor 2.0, didn't they say at some point that any armor can be any armor can look like anything else, or has it always been Eververse armor?
No, it's been Eververse.
Yeah, I thought it was anything, but I went back and read the 12. I thought it was anything, but I went back and read the 12, and it is just Eververse. Yeah.
But even
I don't know
some
why
of the
in my
Eververse
head
armor looks really nice as well.
It does.
I'm
Some of it
okay
does
with
look
it.
really
Like,
good.
Yeah, I mean, some of that shit's cool. Like I've found myself inspecting people going, "Oh, what's that?" And then like it's just Eververse stuff.
Yeah.
That you never had seen
really
before because they only ever rolled with really average rolls, right? Because of the by virtue
really
of being Eververse stuff.
Yeah, you don't really need to transmog anything anyway because you can put any mod into anything, so it doesn't.
And
yeah, I mean, I think that system will come into its fucking fruition like in 2 or 3 weeks when everyone's sort of at the end, getting towards that peak level, and like now, literally anything I get, I don't spend anything on it, and you're just basically waiting for higher drops to cycle through so you don't burn through all your mats. Yeah, so
not quite there.
I think
and if you're leveling
2 weeks we're going to get a better idea.
Oh my god. I love the fact that armor is not single use anymore. It's just glimmer, which is fantastic. Well done on that. It makes the game like you're not hoarding mods anymore.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah,
I've put on a few weapons. I've put a few armor pieces. I've put on fucking get ready for this. I've put on minor resist on a few fucking cloaks and all that sort of thing just to go for the pure George Pell cosplay.
But this one's demonetized, boys. Anyway,
bye. No, it's really nice. I love Armor 2.0, so well done on that. The implementation has been fantastic.
How good has the level grind been?
Yeah, I think they've dialed that in. Right?
It's been so smooth. Like I feel like I've been progressing and getting through stuff, and like getting to 900 was it was pretty easy, but it
took long enough that it was satisfying, right?
Yeah, it took long enough yeah, and then it slows down heaps. But the thing is, it's sort of you only really need to get to 920 for the raid, sort of. Anyway, at least to just start jumping into the raid. So it's not, like, and I'm at 910 now or something. So I'm like, oh, I don't have too far to go, really. Like, cool. At least I can do the first stage of the raid. Like, that's great.
It was really, really, really nice to so all of the armor in the game is now Armor 2.0. So you can go back and do Leviathan and all that sort of thing, and you can get the armor that makes you look like a fucking coconut crab, but then you can just make it look like whatever and still have a fucking Leviathan and still have a Leviathan armor set and all that sort of thing.
And then you can put all just Eververse mods on it, so you'd be like an incognito coconut crab.
Like there was a warlock that I rolled through the tower the other day. He had the Dryzerbone armor set ornaments on, and you know what? I don't mind the look of that. It makes you look like it.
I reckon there's a lot of good stuff, and I reckon it's just the fashion game has gone through the roof. That's why they're giving out
it's
emblems
nice,
for it
but,
these days, boys.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's next on the list of goodness?
Touching on a very severe, at least for me, like I fucking flew off the handle at the boys today, and I'm still a little bit fucking salty about it. But the changes to PvP, contentious issue to say the least. But the changes to PvP, I think they're quite good. I love the fact that there are connection-based and skill-based matched things. So if you want to do skill-based match, I don't get matched against people who are vastly better than I am, and I still feel like I'm enjoying the game. Connection-based, you get better connections, but you also get put up against people like fucking Sassy.
Can you summarize, as someone, like, I've played a bit of PvP actually, and I don't play enough PvP to know what's good and what's bad, because I also know that I suck at PvP, so my experience is not really valid. But what's connection based and what? Because I saw bits and pieces.
Well, look at this way. The clearest example, like calling on recent Destiny to compare connection-based and skill-based matchmaking, is looking at normal quick play compared to Iron Banner. And basically the same game mode, more or less, in control. And the level of sweatiness of Iron Banner compared to quick play, it was worlds of difference.
So now, what is the complaint now? Is everything sweaty? Is that the complaint?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the people that are at the top end of the skill pool are kind of in this situation where it either takes them forever to get a game because they're sort of, like if you look at skill like a bell curve, they're at one end, like they're in this swimming in the shallow end of the pool. Yeah. So I think there's that, and when they do get put in a game, they get put in with people at their own skill level, so they're absolutely hauling ass the whole game. Now, I think that kind of design definitely has a place in Destiny. I just don't think that it should probably be as widespread as it is.
But there's different game modes that use different systems, right? Like,
yeah, well, I mean, that's something that would be fine to do progressively through comp, which it does when it, tied to your fucking glory.
But there's no things that are called comp now. They're the other new modes that are added in, right?
Yeah, there's the two, the free solo Q1 and that. I can't remember the fucking names of them. I've literally played PvP. I've played 5 games.
There's a classic mix. There's a clash mix. Is it
all the stuff on the right hand side? Is that basically comp?
Probably.
No, not necessarily.
Okay,
the queue times and lag, like it's
it confuses me. As someone who doesn't go into PvP, I opened up the director, and obviously nothing's labeled with comp anymore. And I hovered over everything. I'm like,
what's this?
what do I play?
Yeah. So like, and I mean, that's probably it in summary. And like Max is in the thing, and he's probably definitely among the most skilled of our mates. So sort of like having to wait forever to get a game because of your skill level. I think like in playlists that kind of don't need to be skill based, really, I think that is probably something that needs revisiting. Like for me and for Slothy and you, Matt, it's not a bad time at all because we're in the middle of that. We're in the big fat part of the bell curve where there's plenty of people around our skill, and we get games quickly. So I think that's probably something we're going to see come to a head over the next few weeks. Like whether or not we see more people going into PvP like next week once they've managed to get through and grind, like everyone's on the grind at the moment doing stuff to try and get into the raid and whatever. But I don't know. I think that it's such a contentious issue because like everyone's got a different perspective and none of them are inherently wrong because you can only speak to your own experience. So I don't know. I historically would have been a little bit more dismissive of it, but kind of seeing now that like the other night when we were saying to Max, I'd jump into our game and he's like, I can't because it'll just be so sweaty that it'll be fucking horrible. Like that's kind of shouldn't be happening. Like that's not on.
This is the thing. This is my argument is that we need protections from people at the very top. And Jathal has just said, hang on, Log. How's it fair for those people at the shallow top to go against people, Blueberries at the bottom, who are still trying to learn to move, shoot at the same time, or just learn the game mechanics at the same time? Like, you know,
it's fine. I'm not saying that they should. Mate. I'm not absolutely not saying that they should. But if you are absolutely at the bottom end of the skill pool, you're going to be in the same issue.
See, look, this is why there's so many fights in the community about this shit, because there is a legitimate argument on both ends of it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like for me, I'm saying all of this as someone who isn't largely affected by it because I'm average. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, because we're in the bell curve. I'm
kind of like, it does upset me when I can't play with my mates because it's like, oh, well, it'll make the lobby so fucking sweaty because their skill's so much higher than mine or whatever. And it forces everyone to go into these connection-based modes, which is literally the complaint to begin with. Like, they're doing this sort of stuff because quick play was like gods rolling around shitting on the commoners for, you know, like you'd get those games. And it's kind of like this is what exacerbates that. It's that when you can't go into the other game modes without A, punishing your mates, or B, waiting 15 minutes, or C, having to absolutely sweat your ass out every game, then you go to the place where you don't have to do that, and the people at the bottom end of the skill pool lose out. So it's kind of like this. There's no vicious cycle.
It is a vicious cycle, and it really is. But there's no. This has been the case since fucking day one, Destiny 1.
Not really, but yeah, like I'm not saying that I've got some whiz bang solution or anyone really does. I just think that it's worth everyone speaking up to their experience, whether you're having a fucking great time or a bad time or whatever, because there's no way for Bungie to really gauge player satisfaction other than people saying things. And I can't believe I'm saying this because I fucking despise people just aimlessly whinging. But at the same time, you need to be able to put forward, like, constructively and say, I'm really getting frustrated with queue times. And I think that's, you know, I've noticed a dramatic increase. And, like, you should be noticing a decrease because the player population's so high because of new content.
You know what's really going to help? And this is something that I've sort of kept a bit of a close eye on that's happened recently, is that PlayStation have finished testing crossplay. Oh, and if they can institute and I know this, I know that, like, the thought process behind it, but if there was crossplay and people chose to get, like, if it was opt-in crossplay and everyone was playing with everyone, I think PvP would definitely be in a better place.
I don't.
Because controllers
we'd bring in a whole new raft of issues.
So what Sloth has done is there's this massive bonfire and everyone's getting stung by it, and he's fucking waltzed over and said, "Do you know what will help this? More gasoline. Fucking throw this gasoline on."
No, it's, you know, like, player population is the big issue. Like, is the issue is that you're playing against the same same people every time, and, like, they're always going to sweat. Once you get to a level. Level, like you're talking about Maxibon, or you're talking about your Sassy or Cammy Cakes or Slayerage or Gigs or anything. Once you get to that level, you're playing against the same people, and it's always going to be very sweaty.
Also, I'll say what I think. I'll say what I think's happening.
Adding more people to the pool, I think it will raise more issues later on down the track. But to mitigate the issues now, it should be okay. It should to add players to the pool will make the games more expedient to find a game, and you'll be versing different people.
That's assuming that anyone with a controller who's at the top end is actually going to stick around because they're just getting stomped by mouse and keyboard.
I don't see. This is the thing, mate, is that there are people on controller. Like, you've got to remember.
Yeah, I think in the bell curve, I think you can compete, but I think when you start getting to trying to mitigate the issues you're having with the top end,
look at people like Drewski. There are thousands of people like Drewski who can do things very similar to he does, and he uses a controller. Same with people like One Actual, who is a console boy, and he can do shit like that with the controller, because the only difference between mouse and keyboard, as far as I can see, is flicks, FOV, and frame rate. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking.
We always hate having these conversations. We fucking hate having these conversations.
No, you know what? Like, I think this is one worth having because there is so much. Like we were not gonna talk about this. We kind of had a little bit of a discussion before we went live, and we said we're not going to talk about this, and then here we are. But I think like let's take the crossplay out of it, because you know that's basically, with that saying, a bigger pool of players would help the problem, and I totally agree. You know, discounting all of the issues that you're going to get with people whinging about, you know, here, there, and everything in between. I think the issue with where we are right now is that the banding for what it'll give you in terms of a game is probably too tight. Because if you're seeing people who are at the top end of that skill curve going, oh, I'm waiting fucking 15 minutes to get a game, or I'm not, it's kicking people out to orbit a day after a content drop, like that's insane. So I think that what needs to happen is that it probably just needs to be widened, where instead of, say, maybe that the potential for the people at the very top of the curve are only able to play people in the top 20% of the player pool, right? Maybe it needs to be 30% or 40%, so that it's not opening like the bottom end of people up to being just fucking shat on by gods. But it's allowing kind of the people at the top end of the big fat bell curve, where we are in the averageness, to compete against people who are better than them, and the people who are at the top end of the curve to get games quicker, to play more. And you know, like they're fucking good players. They're gonna beat people. That's the end of it.
You want to widen the band.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think that's the case.
I think that's a good middle ground that will keep the majority happy. Obviously, you'll still get people screeching about it because it's the Destiny community and that's what they do. But widening the skill band, I can get behind. Maybe it's because I didn't understand what people were talking about when, you know, I went crook at you guys in that other chat there today. But, you know, like widening the skill band, that now that it's been explained to me a little bit, I can get behind widening the skill band a little bit.
Yeah. How they do that, and like honestly, just to preface that and to close that out, from my perspective, I know nothing about how hard that would be or what goes into doing that. I'm speaking from a totally philosophical standpoint, and that's that. So just take that as a concept. I think that, you know, that's the only way I can see it's going to get fixed, because I don't want to see people learning getting shat on. I don't want to see people who are great at the game not being able to get a game. I think that something's got to give. That's all. And I think,
for me personally, if I'm just playing solo, I think PvP's in a great spot because I can get a game pretty quickly. I'm versing the people around my skill level, and I'm okay. But I am, as you said, I'm in the middle of the curve. So, you know, it's either way.
Yeah, it's easy for us. It's easy for us to just sit there and go, it's fine. It's
easier for us to say. And I only just realized this, you know, today after fucking going crook at you. So, anyway, so like getting away from skill based and connection based, there are some changes. We've got like the animation for hand cannons make 140s really fucking nice. Hand cannons, once they get past an effective range, the shots tend to be a little bit more randomized, but after they get the effective range, so I think that's a really good change, that if you've got a fucking middling range spare rations, you should not be able to hit the range as the same as the Ariana's Vow, which we'll get to in a sec. I'm okay with it. Autos seem to be quite powerful in PvP, as do scouts, at least at the moment. I think at the moment, this is the PvP that I really love, is just post-release PvP, when everyone's just using
everyone's still trying to work out the meta. I think you know, like that, and obviously you'll go anywhere and everywhere and see criticism of the new meta, and I think some of it's valid, some of it's not. But personally, I do think that it's a good thing that hand cannons have been brought back to the pack a little bit, because it makes for every inch they come back towards the pack, it makes every other weapon type more viable, right? Like, so it'll be interesting to see where we actually are, like in 3-4 weeks time, what the actual meta sits at. But yeah, I'm with Sothy. It's always good to get into these sort of zones where no one knows what the fuck's going on really, and we're still finding our level again because you can get away with more.
You know what we didn't touch on though? The fucking artifact. The thing that's on the top left corner of the stream that we didn't fucking talk about at all.
Yeah, we haven't really. I think that's one we come back to because it's such a fucking long haul thing, I think it's like Armor 2.0. I think we're definitely going to be. Yeah. Look,
all I can say
I'm saying now,
is
sorry, mate.
the artifact with the ability to keep going back and getting random bounties makes the grind really rewarding because you just like. You as you're doing your powerfuls, you go pick up some more bounties, and then you're handing in all this XP. Then your artifacts slowly creeping, and then you're getting your powerful engrams, and then boom, you get your artifact boosted, and then you're like, that's what
it feels like it's compounding. Yeah, like that's the deal. Yeah.
Oh, and the seasonal leveling system, which I love that. I love the seasonal leveling system.
Actually works
I'm
pretty
not
well.
getting anywhere near as bright engrams. I think it's fantastic. The Ariana's Vow, it is what it is. It's a very, very powerful gun that really it rewards aim.
PvP, man. I was doing really well with that shit in PvP.
Yeah. It rewards aim, but if you're using a power empowering rift or a bubble or something like that, is a one shot.
It is rude. It is rude.
It is fucking rude. Gambit people are using it because it has more range than fucking snipers and LMGs. Now the LMG change is really nice in Gambit at the very least, but in PvP it hasn't fucking changed. But yeah, the Ariana's Vow, the more you unlock on the seasonal track, the easier it is to get the catalyst. And if you've had a look at the end of the seasonal track for the ornament for the Arianas, it's really nice. It's really
what do you get for the catalyst? What does the catalyst do on it?
I have no idea. I haven't even
extra bullshit.
Extra bullshit.
Extra bullshit.
Maybe it's better reload or something like that. I don't know. Right. So the big thing about this is that the big thing about the Shadowkeep DLC is that there is a lot of lore that may or may not have been introduced in regards to the pyramid shifts, which we first saw at the very end of the D2 campaign, which we saw, but has been alluded to that there is a greater power at the top of the darkness scale, right, Matt? So what are the lore and lore implications?
Oh, man? Dude, hang on. Just talk among yourselves for a second. I need a beer because I just want to listen to what Matt has to say about Praetor because I've been waiting.
We're going to talk about something else.
He did like a tease and it worked on me. I'm not sure if it worked on anyone in the stream, but it worked on me.
I forgot I was going to tell that story, so now I have to fucking remember what I was talking about. Let me bring up my script.
No, but like,
we'll get there in a second. We've got to wait for Log to get back.
Fuck Log. I'm going to get a fucking whiskey. But
should I go too? Now I'm running a podcast solo. Look at me by myself.
Solo podcast.
I feel like Chael Sonnen.
Blue. Who?
Chael Sonnen from the UFC. This guy can just talk anyone's ear off. He's like Chucky. It's like Chucky can have a podcast by himself. He doesn't actually need someone to talk to. He could just tell stories with nobody there, essentially. So you get that.
It's yeah, but no, the lore implications of it all is really, like, I was thinking about this when we were playing the other day. It's as I said, it sets it up for the rest of the season, as Nova was saying in chat before, as we've seen before as well. But
I'm back.
I'm really looking forward to see what comes out of it. So I'll probably go end up watching My Name Is Byfull Beard Grizzly or something like that, just to fucking
I haven't got these Lost Dead Ghosts yet. Are they audible lore pieces?
They are audible, yeah, they are.
I might have to look that up too. So I've only read one book, which is called Aspect, the lore book Aspect. I'm just going to walk you through how all of these different storylines could be tied together, right? So Exo Stranger, and we get the Stranger's Rifle, Destiny 1. Taken King comes out, and we get the exotic called No Time to Explain. Do you remember how you had to get that gun, the quest line for that gun?
Not really. What was it?
The quest line for the No Time to Explain. No, I don't actually.
So you'll remember once I start telling you. So we had to go back into the Vault of Glass.
Oh yeah. The thing with Praetor.
And we had to pick up three. You had to get the secret ending to the Vault of Glass mission Paradox. So I had one mission. You had one mission ending where Praetor spoke to you, and his last words was, "Tell them I lived. And then you find him in the Vex cell, which are those in the Gorgon maze.
Yep.
So you remember those like cells, and there's actually a skeleton on the floor, and it pretty much implies that that's Praetor. And then when the No Time to Explain came out, people discovered that there were ghosts in the Vault of Glass, and when you picked up the ghosts, it opened the portal, and you ended up going to a different area, which was Atheon's throne room, but it was all covered in moss and green stuff, basically. And they were taken. And Praetor tells you that this was the timeline where the Vex lost. And he said, well, actually, they're not going to lose because you're here. And so implication is we took out Oryx and prevented the Vex being destroyed because they couldn't deal with the Taken and the will of Oryx. So we sort of saved the Vex in that scenario. Regardless, we get a chest at the end, and we get a ghost from it. And that ghost is meant to be Praetor's ghost, and it's got Future War Cult stamps on it. And we take it to Lakshmi 2, and that begins the quest line for No Time to Explain. Complete the quest line. We end up getting Anna Bray's bracelet from Twilight Gap, who we now know is linked to the Exo Stranger. And we also get the Warlock Pujari's ring, who is linked to the Black Garden. So we've got Exo Stranger, we've got Vault of Glass with Praetor, and we've got Pujari from the Black Garden. So we've got three characters from three different areas all sort of merging in on this one gun. You get No Time to Explain. And do you remember what was engraved on the barrel?
No, not at all, actually, no.
So I will the second you say it.
Yeah, the flavor text for No Time to Explain. I should bring it up so it gives a. Hold on 1 second. I can't remember exactly what it says. I know what the word says, but I've ruined this. I ruined the flow of the story now by stopping. I was on a bit of a roll. A single word is etched onto the inside of the weapon's casing. Soon. Okay, so that's the backstory. All right. The new lore book aspect revisits Praetor. He's in the Vault of Glass. He's lost the time. He's in his cell and he's trying to escape. He constructs a radio, which we knew from Taken King. Yep. It took him a decade to make this. And he can only send signals every now and then when his cell opens, and he's listening for any signals coming back. In this new lore book, he gets some signals coming back. And lo and behold, it's from Destiny 1. It is the Vex researchers that went through the Vex network. So Chioma Essie, Maya Sundaresh, Dr. Dwayne McNead, and Dr. Shim. Remember Dr. Shim from...
little Dr. Shim.
Dr. Shim.
Yeah. So the 227 virtual copies that they sent into the Vex network actually make contact with Praetor. And they're like, holy, and Praetor at first thinks they're an hallucination. And then he realizes that they're actual, they're not people because they're virtual copy. It's a little bit like if you put your mind into a robot body, is it still you or is it not you? And so the law sort of...
Is it like an exo type of situation in regards to like they've just copied themselves into their own...
Yes, it's like a non-physical exo version. So their data, and there's a really cool paragraph in there that explains if we took a copy of your brain and we uploaded it to the Vex network, some of them would continue to make very similar decisions. Some of them would grow different and make completely different decisions. Some of them would do this, that, and the other. And it actually has a couple bits where like two of them were dating, and some of them like broke up, and some of them stayed together. A lot of them stayed together. So like it's all these sort of possibilities and sort of timelines basically. But they're virtual copies of themselves. And they ended up making contact with Praedyth. So they say to Praedyth, well, in a roundabout way, why don't we all try to escape, essentially? Like, you've got physical aspects, we're virtual copies. How can we make this work? And so they end up sort of developing this technology together because they're more Vex than Praedyth is, because he's more physical. And so they actually reveal how Praedyth sends the No Time to Explain through time. It's actually from working with these Vex researchers. And it tells you why he writes soon on it. So he's in the Vault of Glass, right? And the Vault of Glass is the confluence, right? It's the what is it? Confluence, the merging of timelines,
it's
like
the focal point of all the timelines.
The focal point, and he actually is getting glimpses of all these different timelines, and he sees this event that is very consistent. So he sees lots of different shit, lots of different things happening. But then he sees.
Please add that to a lore video. I see lots of different shit.
Sees all this different shit. Yeah, sorry.
He sees this looming event that is almost across every timeline, like it's unavoidable. And the way that he describes it is he says there's a peak that is looming over the earth and the city won't escape. And the way that I read that is it's a very geometric shape. It's a peak coming over the city, right? As in a pyramid shape, as in it arriving. And when he sees this timeline and when he sees this happen across all these different timelines, that is when he engraves a message on No Time to Explain. And with the help of the Vex researchers, sends it through the Vault of Glass for us to find. And he puts soon on it to send us a warning that the pyramid ships are arriving, because he's seen it across multiple timelines.
I appreciate him, but he did a shit job. He could have been a little bit more specific.
A little bit more specific.
Soon.
How did the Exo Stranger get a hold of it?
So there's only one clue, and that is that Praedyth constructed the No Time to Explain based on the Stranger's rifle. They're actually different weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lore tab that says that, because we didn't actually know where No Time to Explain came from before. The actual lore tab for No Time to Explain gives all these different possibilities. And one of the possibilities says Praedyth made it based on the Stranger's rifle. So we're probably thinking that that's the truth, or it's closer to the truth, that he made it based on the Stranger's rifle. But remember back to the mission, Anna Bray's bracelet was there, and we know that Elsie Bray was the Exo Stranger, and we know Pujari from the Black Garden was there too. And
don't say that to Anon. Don't say that to Anon. Anon fucking tweeted today, the Exo Stranger is a good possibility that it's Elsie Bray, but it's not confirmed.
Yeah,
I wanted to stir him up, but he didn't buy it.
So there might have been that they may have known each other somehow, right? So So we got these things, right? This is not where it ends yet. And this is how the book ends. So they're trying. So you've got Praedyth stuck in the Vault of Glass, and you've got these virtual copies, and they're all trying to sort of get out of the Vex network. And in classic sort of timey-wimey fashion, what I didn't tell you is the very beginning of the lore book starts with the Black Garden portal activating, and all the Vex in the Black Garden activating. And we didn't know who activated the portal. And the very end card, very similar to the Stranger's saying, is all ends have a beginning, actually loops us back around to the beginning. And we find out that Praedyth and the Vex researchers are trying to jump through that portal into the Black Garden, essentially. And it ends with because there's infinite possibilities almost. It says that somewhere they step through. So now we have the Black Garden linked to Praedyth, linked to the Extra Stranger. We have those things that we knew were connected but have never merged together, the Vault of Glass and the Black Garden, coming together in a storyline through Praedyth, who has just pretty much wrapped up the storyline for No Time to Explain and why he set the gun. And it also then links to the pyramid shit. So what I would love to see in the Black Garden is Praedyth of some sort.
Pop out. Hey, gun!
Because this is how the pyramid ship's going to go from Shadowkeep to the Black Garden. But now we actually have a link because if my theory is correct, Praedyth saw the pyramid ships in the Vault of Glass, and now he's escaped the Vault of Glass into the Black Garden. And if we could meet Praedyth in the Black Garden, he can actually tell us about the pyramid ships so we can avoid the threat. And then all of a sudden now you've merged those storylines together to like face the new threat.
Fucking hell. Now this is the reason why I got into the lore. I had no interest in the lore, and then fucking Log messaged me on a Saturday night and said, "Hey, do you want to fucking read the chat with this Mylan bloke?" I'm like, "Yeah, all right." And then lore. Fuck.
If that's right, if that's right, and if there is a cutscene where Praedyth steps through a fucking gate in that raid, people will lose their shit. Or at the end of the season or some shit, right? Like,
well, the thing is that if it doesn't happen, there's definitely potential. I'm thinking they could easily add an exotic quest, just like they did with Vault of Glass. It's going to take us back, loop us all the way back around to D1, make an exotic mission that takes you back through the raid and gives you information about the pyramid ships through Praedyth.
That's insanity.
And oh man,
say that again, Matt.
Have you? Now there was a tweet going around earlier on today. Apparently, I can't remember the name of the bloke who did it, but he reckons that he found the entrance to the Black Garden from the Sorrows Harbor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you know how when you first start Shadowkeep is that you push into that next area past First Light, and there's multiple totems. There's a big fuck off shrieker. Enemies are continually coming and all that sort of thing. And I'm just logging into Destiny now just to have a look. But if you go to the right hand side, if you're coming from First Light, if you go to the very right hand side, there's a cave and a big fuck off X gate and this enemy there. And if they add like an exotic quest like they did with it,
wouldn't surprise me if that's what they make is like a dungeon or an exotic quest. They use some of the part of the raid.
I'm super excited, man. Super excited.
But
yeah, cool.
What else was I going to say about just that?
I don't know, but you've made it.
So looping back to what the pyramid ships is and explaining the ending of the campaign, I actually just think it's a dark mirror. I just think it's a reflection of a dark guardian, and it's the darkness. And the Black Garden lore is all about questioning whether you're the good guy. The flower. It's very similar to when Pujari stepped through into the Black Garden and he met the rose in the Black Garden, and it turned into a ghost. And then the ghost, said, "What are you? You're a zombie that keeps killing. Why do you think you're the good guy?" Basically. And I think that scene is pretty much what we saw in the sort of reflects Pujari's experience in the Black Garden. We saw a mirror of ourselves.
I think
sort of questioning our motives.
Do you reckon that there's going to be like a split like they did with the Dredgens and non-Dredgens and you're siding with the Drifter or siding with Anor? Do you reckon there's going to be a split between you can side with the Pyramids or you side with the Traveler? Do you reckon there's going to be a split like that?
I think the Pyramids are the perfect fucking antithesis of the Traveler. Like when you think about
Well, that's what they
black,
are. Like he took
a
they
black
took
pyramid and a white fucking
Circle.
balloon, right? They are
Globe,
literally
yeah.
what else is more opposite? So I don't think it's a ridiculous thought process that you're going through there, Slothy, in that like basically if the darkness is the inverse of us that does the same thing we're doing but from the opposite direction, and it's, you know, they have their own traveler that's a pointy traveler that's black rather than a round traveler that's white, what's the difference, right? Like,
well, it's like the reference point, like so Nolan North in his when he was taken over by the pyramid, he said like it's basically yin and yang theory is that there is no darkness without light, there is no light without darkness.
Yeah.
There and all that sort of thing. So the reference point there is there going to be an alliance horde type of situation, and you are consistently when like no one can die for real? Is it just going to be forever combat at the behest of these two godlike behemoths?
I reckon this is what they do when eventually Destiny finishes. They everyone picks a side. You get to play a ghost battle first, and they give you ghost little lasers, and you go in with your ghost, and all the ghosts die, and then you go in with your guardian, and when you die, you just permanently die, and all your gear that you're wearing just
and then there's
poops off everywhere as engrams, and then it's just last man standing, and then Destiny finishes.
And then there's a Covenant ship that comes down and just glasses your planet while you're fighting them off.
I'm just looking at this area now. Like this gate is fucking ginormous. This whole area, this whole cavern, just reeks of
it's very
atmosphere.
Cool. Tweet it out. Yeah.
But yeah, that's really cool. That's really fucking cool. But yeah, that's a lore implications for Destiny 2 at this point in time, which is absolutely insanity.
I've just realized, are these ghosts those little collectible things you get just randomly from chests and stuff, and then you have to go to Eris and it gives you a quest, does it? These lost dead ghosts. Okay, my consumables was full, so all my fucking postmaster. That's why I haven't seen that yet.
Sort your shit out, man. Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
All right, well, we might open the chat up to questions quickly, but I think we'll answer a few. Fire away rapidly if you've got them.
Yeah, I saw one from us three crew there about the sphere and the final cutscene. I don't know. It looked very of the nine, did it not?
The weird thing. It
really
kind of reminded me of that rolling droid from like the last lot of Star Wars.
BB-8.
BB-8.
Yeah, BB-8.
It looks very nine-like. The lines on it.
How does the 9 tie into it? Like, and that's the thing. If they do, how does it tie in? Like, this is the thing that really frustrates me, and I love it. Is that how do the writers must know how all this finishes, but they're just creating fucking sidetracks after sidetracks and convolute the storyline as much as they can, muddy the waters as much as they can to keep everyone guessing.
It looks like the fucking thing Luke Skywalker trains with in the Millennium Falcon does. Little fucking zappy thing. Maybe that's what it is. Go and practice.
Yeah. Like we're slowly turning into Star Wars. Disney, please don't sue.
Dude, no, I've just had this thought. I don't know why I've never thought of it before, but just because you mentioned Star Wars and the lightsaber training, I just thought of VR. How amazing would Destiny be in VR? Those environments.
It would make me sick.
Yeah, I would get sick running around. You'd have to use PvE only, even if it was just solo with a teleport function, so you didn't feel sick. My God.
Yeah. It is.
I'd probably just shoulder charge a wall or something. Anyway.
Yeah. Mr. Psycho Games. Sorry, what was the first question? Novastar 868. Do you think that might be next season's artifact?
Oh, the bully thing. What happened with it? We gave it to Eris.
We gave it to Eris.
And then she said something, and then she said, "I'm keeping this." I can't remember what she said.
This shit. See this shit? This shit mine now.
This shit mine. Don't touch it.
from Risejacks Gaming, do you think the Guardian that we see at the end was a trick by the darkness, or maybe us in an alternate universe where the pyramid ships won?
I think it is
Was it?
us. I just think it is us.
From Risejacks Gaming, do you think the Guardian we see at the end where he's doing the Monty Burns thing was a trick by the darkness, or was it maybe us from an alternate universe, a parallel universe?
What if it was us from our own timeline, like from a different timeline?
Future timeline
right
in the
as
Black
well.
Garden.
You know, I was just thinking, while you were explaining it there before, like we've got the fucking the new light, and it doesn't show the Exo Stranger, but in the original game it does. Maybe what if we're in a parallel where the Exo Stranger doesn't exist?
That's what I was thinking as well. I was like, why isn't she there? This is why I was going to come back to everything before, right? Because Praetor is fucking around with timelines. So I wonder if that's changed things.
From Alpha Paul at Mylan Games, is there any hint as to what the Tricorn Destiny symbol means to the story overall yet?
It's Master Chief's dick. That's it.
It's Master Chief's
It's
dick.
Master Chief's dick.
That's it.
Go and look at Master Chief. It's his dick.
Didn't they talk about early on in a Vidoc or something about the symbology of that? I can't remember.
I don't know.
From Plasma Mortality, do you think there is a link between the Vex and the Light? The Vex are referred to as gardeners, and the Traveler is called the Gardener.
Yeah, there's some lore that goes into that, because that's always been a little bit confusing. Specifically around gardeners. The main thing I take away from it is that the Vex are separate from the Black Garden. They didn't create whatever's there. They just worshipped it and they nourished it. And that's what the garden is.
The Vex, what was that line that Ikora said in one of the release trailers?
The birthplace.
The Vex were not the birthplace. The Vex were not.
It was like reborn. It was some religious metaphor. They're basically reborn in the Black Garden. They didn't make it.
No, but it's because they protect what's in the Black Garden because of shit that's happening in the universe, namely the Traveler and us. They're not the reason for the Black Garden. They are there because of the Black Garden.
Can you imagine?
That makes sense.
Can you imagine if it's like they end up worshipping Praetor as he comes through the fucking Black Garden, and he ends up being some Time Lord?
Lord of the Vex.
Someone just asked this. Someone just Pizza Trains. I'm late to the show today. Did you guys theorize on who the raid boss is? What if it's Praetor?
No, it's not going to be Praetor. What if it's fucking Osiris because he realizes that Praetor controls all the Vex now and he's got the shits because he's useless? So fuck him, man. Do you have any fanboys? Didn't think so.
A question from Jathal. Was the pyramid ship on the moon after the collapse, or was it always there? I think it had been left there to keep an eye on the Traveler.
They said it was
snuck in, right?
No, they said it was remnants. Apparently, I think it was meant to always be there. They said it was like remnants of the whatever the Hive were doing with it. Like, I think it has something to do with that. Because how do you link it to the Hive? I'm sure Ikora said something around it was. Oh no, Era said something about it being a remnant left over from something.
Well, the pyramid ships can seem to be the direct antithesis to the Traveler. Like the Hive are legitimately evil
since the collapse.
They didn't chase the Traveler. They're chasing the Traveler because the Traveler helped one of the other races on the Fundament, if I remember correctly. The Traveler was helping another race, and the Hive were just left over, and they needed something to help them defend themselves against that race, so they got into the Worm Gods.
Hive arrived after darkness. Well, the thing about the Hive arriving is that I'm quite sure we didn't even know how long they were on the moon for. So, like, obviously the collapse happened. There's a sentence, I can see it in my head. It's something that says like we didn't know how long the hive were there, or when we only know that we first encountered the hive on the moon or something. And the sort of implication is they could have been there for way longer, and we just hadn't fought them yet. So when the collapse happened, when the Traveler fought back, that pyramid ship could have sought refuge on the moon, which is why the hive started building their fortress there.
Yeah.
As an invasion. We never knew why do they just decide, yeah, okay, well, this is going to be our like planetary base, the moon.
On the moon? Easy. It's free real estate.
It's free real estate.
It's no one there. It's free real estate.
I'm sick of your fucking lore memes, all right?
Well, you know what? No, we were on the moon. Like when the golden age hit, we expanded out into the Sol system. We were out there, we were doing what we were doing. But there wasn't a lot of infrastructure on the moon. But Archer's Line is there. Lots of satellites are there. Maybe they started drilling for something. Yeah, they drilled for something, dug down, and it was just like tremors. They just showed up and they're just there.
I don't know. That kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense because there is a place just over the hill from Archer's Line called the Hellmouth that is enormous and foreboding. So I don't know.
Which was there, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
from Ruby McNugget at Mylan Games, what do you think of the Phantom Guardians? Will there be lore to them? Because when we were looking at one, it was searching the ground, desperately talking about his fire team and the ghost. I felt a pinch of sadness. So you're talking about she's talking about the
patrol ones.
The patrols. That's super creepy.
I'm pretty sure they're describing the Great Disaster. I haven't listened closely, but but one of them mentions the Fallen, and that sort of surprised me. But I know there was a couple that mentioned sort of battling the hive. So I just assumed they were Great Disaster Guardians who fell from Crota.
Oh, there's a sentence from Blood of a Valkyrie. The Garden posed a question. The Vex are the answer.
Oh, that's right.
That's it. Yeah.
So apparently there's a bunch of stuff in the collector's edition, which everyone in the US has had for like a week and a half. Mine, little old WA, just arrived today. So I actually haven't read.
There's no time to waste. Yet. Get into it.
This is the fucking thing, man. Like, I want to play Destiny. I want to fucking play the game, man. I'm having to read so much.
There's a first time for everything.
Stop complaining. Yeah, first time for everything.
All right. I think we might be getting close to the point.
one more question from Mr. Psycho
Sure.
Games. Do you think more of the Triangle ships will show up?
Yes.
They are already moving into the Sol system.
Yeah.
At the end of D2, like the travelers woke up and the light flashed across the hulls of all the ships, and they started moving towards us from dark space.
It's gonna be
fucking way.
Toblerone fest. You better believe it.
You better believe it.
You've been on point tonight, Log. You've been really on point.
You know what that is? Just straight up sleep deprivation.
No, I think it's because you finished work today.
It is true. I'm off for a few weeks, so yeah, I'm looking forward to returning to, being a normal person for a while. Well rested and such, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so I think that's it for questions and all that sort of thing. If you're going to PAX next week, PAX
see
Australia,
you next week. Yeah.
See you next week. Be safe. Be safe. Make sure that if you're going out drinking and all that sort of thing, if you can, if it's possible, take a friend, take a buddy. Watch your drinks. Try not to let anyone buy them for you unless you're at the bar and the barman gives it to you. Do not accept drinks from strangers. But yeah, should be good next week. 6 p.m.
Should be good. Like, seriously, come up and say good day. I know that, Matt's got a relatively friendly face, but I don't have a friendly face, and Sloth has.
No, neither.
Well, he's probably on par with me in the unfriendly face category. So just come up and say good day. Even if I look angry, I'm not. I can assure you that I'll be having a great time.
Log just has Log just has resting bitch face.
I've got resting rage face.
Yeah.
It's from all your fucking band days, you know.
Yeah, I know. My default is just.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have been in the live chat today, thank you very much. So Dayshot, thank you for the host and the raid, guys. Thank you for the bits, the follows, the resubs, the hosts. And yeah, cool. Thanks for showing up on a Friday night once again. So in regards to timings for the podcast, that will probably change in the coming weeks because of daylight savings. We'll probably switch between Friday and Saturday night, Friday night, Saturday day. Just bear with us for timings and all that sort of thing, guys. To our audio only listeners, thank you very much for your continued support and listening in. If we've missed anything, please let us know in the Discord, on Twitter at DDU_podcast, at Mylan Games, at LogPowerSlave, at Realtime Sloth. And to our YouTube peoples, why the fuck are you listening on YouTube? Don't support that fucking company. But if you feel so inclined to do so, let us know if we missed anything in the comments below. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and hit the bell. You will not get any notifications ever
Again.
Ever.
Yeah.
But the next podcast will probably be 2 weeks from today or 2 weeks from Saturday. So bear with us, and we will see you soon. We are not your salvation, but we'll try.
We'll do our best. We're not your salvation. We'll be your intoxication next week if you're at this fucking thing. I can assure you of that. Maddie, say something awkward.
The law will find you.
I think it did, man. You fucking laid it down really thick.
Right?
Yeah.
It will. Oh God. Oh no, the other way around. Yeah, no, it'll find you, mate. Just open the Black Garden. The Praetor will be there with 227 virtual, Vex researchers, and you can go
hitting the piss in the beer garden of salvation.
I thought you were going to say 220. I thought you were going to say 227 virgins, and I was like, okay.
No thanks. I'll pass on that. All right.
Right.
God.
Peace out.
Stand by for raid. We're going to go see Jay Sniperson. Thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Let's see how long. No, Sloth gave up too easy. I was just going to see how long he waved for. Bye.